got a question.
This right here is all bolted to the frame right here. This is all one big bracket. So it drops the mounting point of your lower arm and it drops the mounting point of the upper arm. The upper arm used to be way up here and now the upper arm's here and now the lower arm went from here to here. So it made all the angles much softer. So there's
change up your caster.
Yeah, so there's some other, I guess they're called like geometry correction brackets. There's some other ones out there. We're the only one that kind of ties it back into the frame. They just kind of drop it down a little bit. We drop it down a little bit more aggressive. We drop it 4.5 inches. So for especially people running a little bit taller lift, now you can restore the angles to near stock angles and still have a good bit of lift. But the ride on this is
now, so this would be considered a 4.5 inch lift if you're dropping that bracket down.
Well, actually, this is a little bit taller. This is actually coming in at about 6 inches of lift, but we dropped it 4.5 inches. So, as far as the ride goes, it's got the angles of like a 1.5 inch lift. So yeah.
That's the first, because of course I've had it on there for a couple years on the metal club that I have. Not that I'm trying to beat up any other brand or anything.
No, I get it.
For the correction brackets, it's just like you said, but there's no other mounting point back here.
Right.
So I guess that keeps it more stable.
It does. And I just kind of felt that aesthetically, it just kind of dropped down and was just hanging there. So we kind of tied it back in, and then we put a little face plate and put a design. So it kind of gives the illusion of one long arm, which really it's not. It's still just a short arm.
Right.
But it has the look of a long arm. That was not really the thought behind it, but that was just kind of an added benefit once we did it. Same with the rear. So that's just a bracket that drops it down and alleviates a lot of the angle associated with taller kids.
I'm impressed.
I appreciate it.
New design, wow.
And then we raise it if you look in there, the bracket raises it off the axle. So it lifts it off.
Oh, yeah. So it kind of flattens out that top control arm.
Yeah, so you see where that sleeve is.
Right.
That's where it used to mount, and now it mounts up.
So you put about a 1.5 inch.
It's actually about 2.25.
2? Okay.
Raised it. Yep. So it's really soft angles for the amount of lift that it has. Rides, oh my gosh, this thing rides. It's probably the best riding Wrangler I've ever driven.
Now, obviously, because it's a little bit taller, 4.5 inch lift, you had to get extended brake lines and everything else. Okay. Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay. Huh, I'm impressed. First time I've seen this.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it.
How long have y'all had?
We've been out for, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years, but we started really attending the Jeep shows more heavily within the last 1.5 to 2 years. So we've come out with a lot more products since we first debuted. When we first came out, it was just arms and that's it. And now we have the correction brackets. Now our upper arm, you can adjust the caster a little bit more. We have a cam bolt, a cam plate, and we give you multiple plates with different hold positions, so you can dial in your caster a little bit better.
Wow.
So it's not a traditional adjustable arm that threads in and out, but we give you the adjustment via the slotted, positioning.
Wow.
I'm just a fan of a fixed length arm because there's no, with the adjustables, they can kind of go bad and then they clunk and
if that jam nut gets loose, it'll mess up the threads.
For sure.
Huh. I remember last year, and I could be wrong. I think when y'all were here last year, y'all had you didn't have the correction arm. You just had the solid arms.
Yep. And now we have a kind of an interactive display. So these are magnets, so you can take any faceplate you want and see what it looks like on any color.
Oh, that's cool.
Holy smokes.
That's a good idea.
What color's your Jeep?
I got a dark gray one, and he has a white one.
Okay.
But she just threw hers out there quick.
Which gray is it? Is like
I say it's a charcoal gray.
It's like the granite crystal, and yours is white?
Yeah, mine's white.
Yeah, you can throw any color on there. So you can do an accent color of like red, your white arms, your red face. Yeah, so another thing that we do is we have LED lights inside the arms. So the arms light up at night.
Now, where are the lights on they're on the control arm, right?
Yeah, inside.
Okay, inside, okay.
Yeah, they're inside. Are they on now? No. You get right there. There you go.
Oh man.
At night it really pops.
Yeah, you can go to whatever colors, purple.
So there's a LED strip in here, and then the wire comes out right there.
Because that part is fixed, so you don't have to worry about it.
Correct. That is bright. Nice to meet you.
Hey y'all, look, I've been over here at Elev8offroad checking out this suspension, these control arms with the fixed bracket, the double mount thing going on. They got a special name for it. You got to check out Elev8offroad with Kyle and Adam. See, I'm working on it. Y'all got to go check out their stuff, man. It caught my eye. I'm impressed. So y'all check them out. Elev8offroad.